Chapter 32. Jacob also went on the journey he had begun, and the angels of God met him. And when he saw them, he said, "These are the camps of God." And he called the name of that place Mahanaim, that is, camps. And he sent messengers before him to Esau his brother, to the land of Seir, to the country of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, "Thus shall ye speak to my lord Esau. Thus saith thy brother Jacob, I have sojourned with Laban, and he hath been with him until this day. I have oxen and asses and sheep and manservants and women servants, and now I send a message to my lord, that I may find favor in thy sight." And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to Esau thy brother, and behold, he cometh with speed to meet thee with 400 men. Then Jacob was greatly afraid, and his fear divided the people that was with him, and the flocks and the sheep, and the oxen and the camels, into two companies, saying, If Esau came to one company and destroy it, the other company that is left shall escape. And Jacob said, O God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, O Lord, who saidest to me, Return to thy land and to the place of thy birth, and I will do well for thee. I am not worthy of the least of all thy mercy and of thy truth, which thou hast fulfilled to thy servant. With my staff I passed over this Jordan, and now I return with two companies. Deliver me from the hand of my brother Esau, for I am greatly afraid of him, lest perhaps he come and kill the mother with the children. Thou didst say that thou wouldest do well by me, and multiply my seed like the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. And when he had slept there that night, he set apart of the things which he had presents for his brother Esau, 200 she-goats, 20 he-goats, 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 30 milk camels with their coats, 40 kine, and 20 bulls, 20 she-asses, and 10 of their foals. And he set them by the hands of his servants, and every drove by itself. And he said to his servants, Go before me, and let there be a space between drove and drove. And he commanded the first, saying, If thou meetest my brother Esau, and he ask thee, Who art thou? Or whither goest thou? Or whose are these before thee? Thou shalt answer, Thy servant Jacob's. He hath sent them as present to my lord Esau, and he cometh after us. In like manner he commanded the second and third, and all that followed, the drove, saying, Speak ye the same words to Esau, when ye find him. And ye shall add, Thy servant Jacob himself also followeth after us. For he said, I will appease him with the presents that go before, and afterwards I will see him. Perhaps he will be gracious to me. So the presents went before him, but himself lodged that night in the camp. And rising early, he took his 2 wives and his 2 handmaids with his 11 sons, and passed over the ford of Jabbok. And when all things were brought over that belonged to him, he remained alone, and behold, a man wrestled with him till morning. And when he saw that he could not overcome him, he touched the sinew of his thigh, and forthwith it shrank. And he said to him, Let me go, for it is the break of day. He answered, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said, What is thy name? He answered, Jacob. But he said, Thy name shall not be called Jacob, but Israel. For if thou hast been strong against God, how much more shalt thou prevail against men? Jacob asked him, Tell me, by what name art thou called? He answered, Why dost thou ask my name? And he blessed him in the same place. And Jacob called the name of the place Phanuel, saying, I have seen God face to face, and my soul has been saved. And immediately the sun rose upon him after he was past Phanuel, but he halted on his foot. Therefore the children of Israel unto this day eat not the sinew that shrank in Jacob's thigh, because he touched the sinew of his thigh, and it shrank. Chapter 33. And Jacob, lifting up his eyes, saw Esau coming, and with him 400 men. And he divided the children of Leah, and of Rachel, and of the 2 handmaids, And he put both the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children in the second place, and Rachel and Joseph last. And he went forward and bowed down with his face to the ground 7 times, until his brother came near. Then Esau ran to meet his brother, and embraced him, and clasping him fast about the neck, and kissing him, wept. And lifting up his eyes, he saw the women and their children, and said, What mean these? And do they belong to thee? He answered, They are the children which God hath given to me thy servant. Then the handmaids and their children came near, and bowed themselves. Leah also with her children came near, and bowed down in like manner. And last of all, Joseph and Rachel bowed down. And Esau said, What are the droves that I met? He answered, That I might find favor before my Lord. But he said, I have plenty, my brother. Keep what is thine for thyself. And Jacob said, Do not so, I beseech thee. But if I have found favor in thy eyes, receive a little present at my hands. For I have seen thy face, as if I should have seen the countenance of God. Be gracious to me, and take the blessing which I have brought thee, and which God hath given me, who giveth all things. He took it with much ado at his brother's earnest pressing him, and said, Let us go on together, and I will accompany thee in thy journey. And Jacob said, My Lord, thou knowest that I have with me tender children and sheep, kine with young, which if I should cause to be overdriven, in one day all the flocks will die. May it please my Lord to go before his servant, and I will follow softly after him, as I shall see my children to be able, until I come to my Lord in Seir. Esau answered, I beseech thee, that some of the people at least who are with me may stay to accompany thee in thy way. And he said, There is no necessity. I want nothing else, but only to find favor, my Lord, in thy sight. So Esau returned that day the way that he came to Seir. And Jacob came to Succoth, where having built a house and pitched tents, he called the name of the place Succoth, that is, tents. And he passed over to Solomon, a city of the Shechemites, which is in the land of Canaan. After he returned from Mesopotamia of Syria, he dwelt by the town. And he bought that part of the field in which he pitched his tents of the children of Hamor, the father of Sychem, for 100 lambs, and raising an altar there, he invoked upon it the most mighty God of Israel. Chapter 34. And Dinah the daughter of Leah went out to see the women of the country. And when Sychem the son of Hamor the Hivite, the prince of that land, saw her, he was in love with her, and he took her away and lay with her, ravishing the virgin. And his soul was fast knit unto her, and whereas she was sad, he confronted her with sweet words. And going to Hamor, his father, he said, Get me this damsel to wife. But when Jacob had heard this, his sons being absent and employed in feeding the cattle, he held his peace till they came back. And when Hamor the father of Sychem was come out to speak to Jacob, behold, his sons came from the field, and hearing what had passed, they were exceeding angry, because he had done a foul thing in Israel, and committed an unlawful act, and ravishing Jacob's daughter. Hamor spoke to them, The soul of my son Sychem has a longing for your daughter. Give her him to wife, and let us contract marriages one with another. Give us your daughters, and take you our daughters, and dwell with us. The land is at your command. Till, trade, and possess it. Sychem also said to her father and to her brethren, Let me find favor in your sight, and whatsoever you shall appoint I will give, and ask gifts, and I will gladly give what you shall demand. Only give me this damsel to wife. The sons of Jacob answered, Sychem and his father deceitfully being enraged at the deflowering of their sister, We cannot do what you demand, nor give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, which with us is unlawful and abominable. But in this we may be allied with you, if you will be like us, and all the male sex among you be circumcised. Then we will mutually give and take your daughters and ours, and we will dwell with you, and we will be one people. But if you will not be circumcised, We will take our daughter and depart. The offer pleased Hamor and Sychem his son, and the young man made no delay, but forthwith fulfilled what was required, for he loved the damsel exceedingly, and he was the greatest man in all his father's house. And going into the gate of the city, they spoke to the people, These men are peaceable and willing to dwell with us. Let them trade in the land and till it, which being large and wide wanteth man to till it. We shall take their daughters for wives, and we will give them ours. One thing there is for which so great a good is deferred. We must circumcise every male among us, following the manner of the nation. And their substance and cattle and all they possess shall be ours. Only in this let us condescend, and by dwelling together we shall make one people. And they all agreed and circumcised all the males. And behold, the third day, when the pain of the wound was greatest, 2 of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, the brothers of Dinah, taking their swords, entered boldly into the city, and slew all the men. They killed also Hamor and Sychem, and took away their sister Dinah out of Sychem's house. And when they were gone out, the other sons of Jacob came upon the slain, and plundered the city in revenge of the rape. And they took their sheep, and their herds, and their asses, wasting all they had in their houses and in the fields. And their children and wives they took captive. They have boldly perpetrated these things. Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, You have troubled me, and made me hateful to the Canaanites and the Perizzites. The inhabitants of this land, we are few. They will gather themselves together and kill me, and both I and my house shall be destroyed. They answered, Should they abuse our sister as a strumpet? Chapter 35. In the meantime God said to Jacob, Arise, and go up to Bethel, and dwell there, and make there an altar to God who appeared to thee when thou didst flee from Esau thy brother. And Jacob, having called together all his household, said, Cast away the strange gods that are among you, and be cleansed and change your garments. Arise, and let us go up to Bethel, that we may make there an altar to God, who heard me in the day of my affliction, and accompanied me in my journey. So they gave him all the strange gods they had, and all the earrings which were in their ears, and he buried them under the turpentine that is behind the city of Sychem. And when they were departed, the terror of God fell upon all the cities round about, and they durst not pursue after them as they went away. And Jacob came to Luzah, which is in the land of Canaan, surnamed Bethel, he and all the people that were with him. And he built there an altar, and called the name of that place, the house of God. For there God appeared to him when he fled from his brother. At the same time Deborah, the nurse of Rebekah, died, and was buried at the foot of Bethel under an oak. And the name of that place was called the Oak of Weeping. And God appeared again to Jacob after he returned from Mesopotamia of Syria. And he blessed him, saying, Thou shalt not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called him Israel, and said to him, I am God Almighty. Increase thou and be multiplied. Nations and peoples of nations shall be from thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. And the land which I gave to Abraham and Isaac, I will give to thee and to thy seed after thee. And he departed from him. But he set up a monument of stone in the place where God had spoken to him, pouring drink offerings upon it, and pouring oil thereon, and calling the name of that place Bethel. And going forth from thence, he came into the springtime to the land which leadeth to Ephratah, wherein Rachel was in travail. By reason of her hard labor, she began to be in danger, and the midwife said to her, Fear not, but thou shalt have this son also. And when her soul was departing for pain, the death was now at hand. She called the name of her son Benoni, that is, the son of my pain. But his father called him Benjamin, that is, the son of the right hand. So Rachel died, and was buried in the highway that leadeth to Ephratah. This is Bethlehem. And Jacob erected a pillar over her sepulchre. This is the pillar of Rachel's monument to this day. Departing thence, he pitched his tent beyond the flock tower. And when he dwelt in that country, Reuben went and slept with Bala, the concubine of his father, which he was not ignorant of. Now the sons of Jacob were 12, the sons of Leah, Reuben the firstborn, and Simeon and Levi, and Judah and Issachar and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bala, Rachel's handmaid, Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Selpha, Leah's handmaid, Gad and Asher. These are the sons of Jacob that were born to him in Mesopotamia of Syria. And he came to Isaac his father in Mamre, the city of Arbi. This is Hebron, wherein Abraham and Isaac sojourned. And the days of Isaac were 180 years, and being spent with age he died, and was gathered to his people, being old and full of days, and his son Esau and Jacob buried him. Chapter 36. And these were the generations of Esau, the same of Edom. Esau took wives of the daughters of Canaan, Ada, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite, and Oholibamah, the daughter of Anna, the daughter of Sabeon the Hivite, and Basemeth, the daughter of Ismael, sister of Nabajoth. And Ada bore Eliphaz, Basemath bore Rahuel, Oholibamah bore Jahus and Ehalon, and Kor. These are the sons of Esau that were born to him in the land of Canaan. And Esau took his wives and his sons and daughters, and every soul of his house, and his substance, and cattle, and all that were able to acquire the land of Canaan, and went into another country and departed from his brother Jacob. For they were exceeding rich, and could not dwell together, neither was the land in which they sojourned able to bear them for the multitude of their flocks. And Esau dwelt in Mount Seir, he is in Edom. And these are the generations of Esau the father of Edom in Mount Seir. And these the names of his sons: Eliphaz, the sons of Ada, the wife of Esau, and Rahuel, the son of Basemath his wife. And Eliphaz had sons: Theman, Omar, Sepho, and Gath, and Senes. And Thamnah was the concubine of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, and she bore him Amalek. These are the sons of Ada, the wife of Esau. And the sons of Rahuel were Nahath and Sarah, Sama, and Mesa. These were the sons of Basemath, the wife of Esau. And these were the sons of Oholibamah, the daughter of Anna, the daughter of Sabeon, the wife of Esau, whom she bore to him Jehus, Ehalon, and Kor. These were dukes of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of Esau, Duke Theman, Duke Omar, Duke Sepho, and Duke Jenis, Duke Kor, Duke Gatham, Duke Amalek. These are the sons of Eliphaz in the land of Edom, and these are the sons of Ada. And these were the sons of Rahuel, the son of Esau, Duke Nahath, Duke Sarah, Duke Sama, Duke Mesa. And these are the dukes of Rahuel in the land of Edom. These the sons of Basemath, the wife of Esau. And these the son of Oholibamah, the wife of Esau, Duke Jehus, Duke Ehalon, Duke Kor. These are the dukes of Oholibamah, the daughter of Anna, the wife of Esau. These are the sons of Esau, and these the dukes of them, the same as Edom. These are the sons of Seir the Horite, the inhabitants of the land, Lotan and Sobal, and Sabeon and Anna, and Dison and Esser and Dison. These are dukes of the Horites, and the sons of Seir in the land of Edom. And Lotan had sons, Hori and Herm and Heman, and the sister of Lotan was Dama. And these the son of Sobal, Alvin and Menahat, and Ebal and Sepho and Oman. And these the son of Sabeon, Aya and Anna. This is Anna that found the hot waters in the wilderness when he fed the asses of Sabeon his father. And he had a son, Dyson, and a daughter, Oholibamah. And these were the sons of Dyson, Hamdan and Esabon, and Jethrin and Karen. These also were the sons of Esor, Baalan and Zavon and Achan. And Dyson had sons, Hos and Aram. These were dukes of the Horites, Duke Lotan, Duke Sobal, Duke Sabeon, and Duke Anna. Duke Dyson, Duke Esser, Duke Dison. These were dukes of the Horites that ruled in the land of Seir. And the kings that ruled in the land of Edom before the children of Israel had a king were these: Bela the son of Beor, and the name of the city Danaba. And Bela died, and Jobab the son of Zerah and Basra reigned in his stead. And when Jobab was dead, Husam of the land of the Temanites reigned in his stead. And after his death, Hadad the son of Badad reigned in his stead, who defeated the Midianites in the country of Moab. And the name of his city was Avid. And when Hadad was dead, there reigned in his stead Selma of Masrekah. And he being dead, Saul of the river Rehoboth reigned in his stead. And when he also was dead, Balanin the son of Achbor succeeded to the kingdom. This man also being dead, Adar reigned in his place, and the name of his city was Pheu, and his wife was called Metabel, the daughter of Matred, daughter of Mezab. And these are the names of the dukes of Esau in their kindreds and places and callings: Duke Damna, Duke Alva, Duke Jagheth, Duke Ulibama, Duke Ella, Duke Phinon, Duke Sanis, Duke Damon, Duke Mabsar, Duke Magdiel, Duke Hiram. These are the dukes of Edom dwelling in the land of their government. The same is Esau, the father of the Edomites.